it's me, Bruce from Radical X Games, bringing you another episode of Alt X. So, with me today, of course, I have my co-host, the Ratchet to my Clank, Connor. And with us today, our special guest, we have Stan.
Yo.
So, today we're kicking things off in our third episode, our third episode. We're going to be talking about a game called Overwatch that has I believe has it come out or
no? It comes out the 24th.
Yeah. So the beta's out right now.
Beta is not out.
Beta's not out.
Open beta was a couple weeks ago.
That's what it was. Yeah. Did you see how many people that pulled in?
Yes. One, it's Blizzard. Two, it's Team Fortress 2.
No. I mean, like how many players were on it?
Probably a lot.
Like around 9 million. I'm pretty sure.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But what I want to talk about in this is I want to talk about the hacking cheaters policy that they have, which is if you're caught cheating or using a third-party application on your game, you will be banned, like permanently banned. Permanent ban, right?
IP ban.
IP ban. It's an IP ban. So right there, that's huge. I want to talk about that and whether or not you think other games will do that. I mean, like, we've seen it in Call of Duty, we've seen it in Grand Theft Auto, other online gaming, where it's like, where Call of Duty was more the lag switch. And also with Grand Theft Auto, I've seen meteors on the road where I can't go anywhere after that. It's ridiculous.
Oh?
Yeah, dude, it was really weird.
Okay.
But what are your guys' thoughts on this policy? Is it going to help improve online play, or is it going to deter people from playing online? For both of you. I'll start with Stan, I guess.
Personally, I think it's, it sounds like a fairly well-defined parameter that you just don't have to pass. It's pretty easy not to hack. In fact, it's in many ways it's more effort to hack the game. So, as long I don't know the explicit details of how they're going to implement it, and it honestly sounds like they're actually, from what I hear, it almost sounds like they're going to be doing it like somebody's going to like have to review the cases. Like it's not going to be like a program that can arbitrarily ban you and then you have to, well, if they even do appeal it. So I guess my point is, it sounds pretty fair. I don't think I'm not too. I wouldn't hack, so it wouldn't affect me. But
right.
If there's genuinely, in the future they might feel like modding of some sort might open up, maybe lift it or have like mod lobbies or whatever. But as it stands, just banning somebody who hacks at this point, if it's genuinely felt that it's ruining the game, I say go for it.
Yeah. Definitely. Connor, your thoughts?
Yes.
Do it?
Yes.
It's a good thing?
It's such a good thing.
Do you think other companies will do this now?
Well...
Such as, like, Activision? Or... yeah.
Who the hell knows what the fuck Activision's gonna do?
Milk another good series to death?
One, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Two, it kind of feels like they're taking a little bit from CSGO here, where if the player, because in CSGO you can, watch a suspected hacker. It won't give you the name, but if you might be able to tell if they're wall hacking or aimbotting or something to that nature.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Then I assume it'd be something similar to that, and then just a report system after that. And this is good. Companies are finally taking action over people who report other people, other than
just letting it
Activision,
go.
where you can report a dude that has like N-word killer 47 as like their emblem or something in Call of Duty, and just
they just kind of overlook it.
Yeah, and
Activision really is.
It
just kind of looks over everything.
Activision is a bunch of money-making whores.
Pretty much.
Selling their oversaturated product to addicts.
Yeah. Wow. That was a very dark and grim way of describing
also
that.
very true. So.
It is true. Yeah, no, I will give you that.
But Blizzard is famous. There's no way to get around it. They have Heroes of the Storm. They have
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Easily
So,
one of the most,
so this is something that they're
most
used to.
popular game.
Yeah, they're used to this kind of online multiplayer stuff too.
Right. They're used to a large multiplayer environment where, yes, cheaters, yes, hackers, yes, these douchebags, and they're finally prepared for it.
Yeah.
And Blizzard does not want to have these asshats tarnish their name.
Right. Yeah, those are definitely really good points on both sides. And now next I want to talk about, since we're talking multiplayer, Grand Theft Auto 5 has released its newest concept that they're going to be doing online, which is called Combat Week. It's pretty much just a bunch of discounts from the ammunition store on ammunition, on weaponry, and also for mercenary work from Mayweather. So online you get a discount on it now, just for like an entire week. Now, I do believe this is a ploy to actually get people to go back online for Grand Theft Auto, because I was actually playing it today, and I've noticed that the lobbies are a lot smaller than they used to be. So I think this is a way they're going to try and bring people back into it. In the long run, it might work. I'm not sure. But what are your guys' thoughts? Stan, do you play? I don't think you play Grand Theft Auto.
Not particularly. I've only played it once. I enjoyed it, just the awesome, random, stupid nonsense, like crashing, and I still remember being launched all the way across like a pier after hitting a wall and on a motorcycle, landing on top of a warehouse like 3 blocks away and coming out perfectly fine, and that was great. But yes, I don't really play it. It sounds like alright, so they're trying to bring some more people back onto the game. I remember hearing a while that, it sounded like in many ways they had almost borderline abandoned the Grand Theft Auto 5 because they were focusing more on Grand Theft Auto Online, I believe. I can't remember.
Online,
So, I guess, it's to me it sounds like almost late in the game for Grand Theft Auto 5. It's been out for quite some time, and it's it even came out when we were switching from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. Recent generation.
That brings up something. The recent release for Grand Theft Auto actually has sold over 65 million copies for the PS. I do believe for the next gen consoles. Yeah, I was actually reading about it today.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. But now back to the Combat Week. Would that be something that would bring you into Grand Theft Auto to play it more?
I almost think, to me, it sounds like, it's not going to be something that's going to draw me, the person who doesn't really play it to begin with.
Right.
If anything, it's more for people who had it already, and, hey, let's brush off GTA 5 again,
Yeah. Connor, your thoughts? No? You
They
don't
won't
like
bring
it?
me back.
No.
There's a few reasons. One,
well, you're unhappy about payouts.
yes, they're trying to fix that, I guess, through this special week, but that special week needs to become permanent. Things need to become cheaper.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't, as I understand, $2 million cars, yeah, that's cool and all, but you gotta give us an efficient way to do that.
Right.
And $2 million rather than grinding 100 hours on the damn game.
Yeah.
So, they're doing right things, but what brings me back is new content. I don't like old content.
Right.
New content.
They've been recycling the same content.
It's all recycled.
Yeah, it's
Very
every
well
year.
said.
Valentine's Day is the Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah, and then
Christmas it snows.
Snow and
I think we had the same conversation last week too.
yeah, no, it's still
we're recycling the same old crap. So,
we're a bunch of sellouts.
yeah, we're. Woo!
No, yeah, cool minigun ammo is now not
It's cheaper.
$10,000. It's now $9,000.
And to be honest, when I play online, I don't pay for ammo. Because I use the same guns over and over, so assault rifles and pistols. So pretty much, I just kill someone, I get their ammo.
Yeah.
I always resupply.
Yeah.
So I don't really pay that much on ammo. So the costs aren't really doing much on me.
That's the thing, and it's not gonna bring back people.
Right.
No, it's as it is a step in the right direction. It is not a big enough step to make people notice. When they release new content, even if it's like a couple new cars, maybe a mission or two, and guns, yeah, I'll go back and play it.
Alright.
But I'll only play it for that. I'm not gonna do like anything else. And as soon as I'm bored, I'm off.
Right. Okay. But that's what I wanted to talk about with that. Now, recently, it has been confirmed that there will be a new Dragon Ball game coming out. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which, after the huge success of Xenoverse 1, I mean, it was very successful. I don't have statistics for it, but I do know it was a big seller, especially for fans of the Dragon Ball series. I mean, I have it. It's not mine. Oh yeah, I have it. It's it's Narv's though, so she plays it. But yeah, so what do you guys expect out of Xenoverse 2?
Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, it is the most recent continuation of the Dragon Ball series. Give you a brief overview. Super Saiyan Blue is now a thing,
right?
You know, or Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, whatever you want to call it. Universal Tournament. You know, you have other gods of destruction other than Beerus and Whis. They're now in play, and you're fighting for some box that does something cool. And then the Super Dragon Balls, which are like the first created in this huge ass cosmic Shenron dude.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a lot from that. I'm expecting.
Will it be as good as Budokai? Or will it even succeed past the Xenoverse 1?
They need to make one key They need to not make one key mistake Xenoverse 1 did. Playing DLC is good. You need to keep a constant flow, and if you're gonna do GT Part 1, GT Part 2, fuck that. No.
Right.
GT Part everything in one go. Make it $20, maybe even 25 if you're really frisky. Go from there, and you need more. I like customization options, so I want new races, new gear, new stats, new builds, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Stan, your thoughts? Will it reach expectations?
I really don't know, because, you know, honestly, the thing with anime-based games, it's always been sort of a crapshoot. It's sort of like, you know, movie-based games. Sometimes they honestly just sell you it on the name alone, you know? They're not gonna, you know, necessarily make a decent game out of it. And, you know, it's, you know, I was looking into it, and, you know, like, I remember actually, and honestly, this is, you know, with me, like, Dragon Ball, most of what I know is actually, I was the kid growing up in the boonies without cable, so I didn't really watch Dragon Ball Z, and et cetera, et cetera. I did play the original Budokai and Budokai 2. And, you know, the thing with that was, you know, those games sort of fluctuated in quality, you know, even though they're the same series, you know, it sort of bounced about. And the thing was, this is something I've been thinking about, is, you know, really seems like the Dragon Ball games of late have been, you know, it's always seemed to me, though, as I haven't really played any of them since Budokai 2, though I played Raging Blast for a little bit. It seems like it's already for the established fan, and I would like to see really two things. One is, you know, make it a decent game in its own right. Don't sell it on Dragon Ball alone. The other thing is, I would honestly, you know, I said I'm not too familiar with Dragon Ball, but, you know, I am familiar with a lot of the fights, and from what I've seen with the Xenoverse, it actually honestly does look like it's coming closer and closer to, like, okay, sort of like what Alien Isolation did to Alien, where it actually is a game where this is real, like if you were actually in the original Alien film.
Right.
I sort of want them to. I would hope they'd be able to do that with Xenoverse 2. I don't know if they're going to though. They might just be running the game mill, like
Right.
once a year until people get sick of this particular sub-series of the Dragon Ball.
Call of Duty. But we still buy it.
We still buy Call of Duty for whatever reason.
I do. I'm addicted.
I'm pretty sure I'm not getting.
Oh, sorry to cut you off, Stan. Please continue.
No. I think I'm a bit ambivalent, I guess. It could go either way at this point. They have a sort of history of sort of almost floundering in the middle. I guess, from what I've seen, looking at reviews. But hopefully they can honestly break that cycle. And I honestly think, Xenoverse was a step in the right direction from what I've seen,
Yeah. But yeah, definitely great points for Dragon Ball. And I think it would be really good for those improvements as well. Next thing I want to talk about, since we're we're not really near the subject at all, but let's talk about some movies here. And a movie that I want to talk about that's going to be filmed next year in China is Tetris the movie. Now, I didn't tell anyone the statistics about this, but the budget was revealed recently. So let's do a little prices right here. So who could get the closest to the price range without going over? Connor, how much do you think the budget is for Tetris the movie?
100 million.
I'm gonna go with 500 million.
It's actually neither of those. Actually, those make this look really tame. It's $90 million.
Oh, so I was close.
Pretty close, yeah. But it's $90 million for Tetris the movie. Like,
yeah.
Once you think about it, Tetris was take blocks, put here.
Line block.
Yeah. But what are your guys' thoughts on $90 million budget for Tetris?
Wow, I guess you really do have to throw money at the concept to really get something out of it.
Yeah.
Falling blocks to Russian folk tunes, yeah.
But and then you gotta wonder how good would this movie be as well? How could you put a script to Tetris? It's such a strange thought. Someone wanted to do that.
I think I have an idea of how this is gonna play out.
Okay.
So, what it's gonna be is, oh my god, Tetris has come to life and random ass blocks are dropping everywhere. Oh no, so what do we do?
So it's cloudy with a chance of Tetris?
It's... What was that one really shitty movie back in the day? It wasn't.
Was it based on a video game, or?
It was based on multiple video games, I think.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph.
No, it wasn't Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh.
It was the other one.
Oh.
With Adam Sandler.
And Pixels.
Yes.
Pixels, yeah.
That was awful. That is pretty much the same thing I am picturing this to be.
Oh, really?
And Tetris, I mean, really?
Yeah.
You have so many... You fucking make a Gundam movie before you make a Tetris.
Ooh! Oh, that would be awesome. There's an idea. Gundam the movie.
Well, Pacific Rim.
Well, we want Gundam, though.
We do want Gundam.
Yeah,
we want some
Pacific
cool
Rim is a little different.
We don't want Godzilla versus Gundam. We want Gundam.
Gundam.
That's it.
Mechs in space and whatnot.
Yeah.
Alright, so with this subject up there right now for video games to becoming a movie, what is one game that you would like to become a movie? Starting with Connor.
One game I want to become a movie. Uncharted.
Oh! That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Have you played 4?
I have not played 4 yet.
Play 4.
It's really good, huh?
Yeah, you play Crash.
That's fantastic. Alright, Stan, one movie.
The only ones I can honestly think of that would Movie-fi well or the Final Fantasy ones.
Oh,
and
wow.
actually
That did have a movie, yeah.
But you know,
Two.
yeah,
Two of them, wow.
you know,
Oh, okay.
one really well, from what I've heard, Spirits Within was supposed to be awful, but I got I completely forgot about it. But then of course there's Advent Children.
Oh, that was fucking awesome, dude.
You
I
know?
think I have that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it.
So honestly, this is gonna be I don't think certain games I just don't think movie-fi well, and the ones that the only one that seems to have been any success at all has been Advent Children. So, oh well.
Oh,
Tron.
No, Tron
Tron
was a movie first.
No, Tron was a video game first.
No,
it
wasn't?
It was a
No.
movie back in the
Oh
80s.
man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Tron.
I mean, there's like a couple, like you could see a little Pac-Man in one of the corners somewhere.
That's
Yeah, you can.
But anyway, I digest. Anyway,
You do digest.
yes, I did.
We all digest.
Little Family Guy reference. Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess yeah, I'm sticking to that.
Okay.
I don't really have any strong draws.
Here would be mine, and this I'm gonna get the hate comments in this episode for this one.
I hate you already.
Because Mortal Kombat was a movie, or was a movie.
I
Now,
was actually
I
gonna say
don't
something about
want
that.
Mortal Kombat. What I want is Tekken. I feel they could make a really awesome Tekken
yeah, that
movie.
would be cool.
Just don't do what you did in Mortal Kombat. Just right there.
No shitty CGI Goro.
Yes.
No,
Oh my god. Especially with the way that technology has come nowadays. We could have a badass Tekken game. Like throw Yoshimitsu in there, all the original characters.
Takashi.
Yeah. I mean, think of the movie you could have with that.
That'd be cool.
Fantastic. And I mean, and it wouldn't have like a lot of. The problem with it is you have to find out who the main character would be in it. And,
I think if you're going along the lines of Tekken, you gotta go either one dude with the awesome burns.
Oh, Paul Phoenix.
No,
Paul Phoenix.
not Paul Phoenix. Not main character Thunderfist.
Oh, damn it.
Old dude that's really swole.
That's not Takashi, is it?
It might be Takashi.
I can't remember.
Mustache.
It's been a long time since I've played this game.
Either
Yeah,
way,
same here.
focus,
I haven't played
focus
since I'm
on
like
him.
10.
And then if you really want to get like super risky,
Gordo.
Gordo.
Eddie Gordo.
Eddie Gordo. No, focus on his sons. After
Oh, yeah.
that. His sons are one's a demon,
Yeah.
one's a good guy.
So you could focus on the good guy right there.
Yeah, and there you go.
I
And
mean,
he
that's
fights the bad
perfect.
guy,
Yeah.
which is his brother.
Yeah. So you have like the perfect basis right there. Hollywood, wake up. Tekken, the movie. Let's see this, baby.
Casting for that would be son
Casting's
of
gonna
a
be a
bitch.
bitch, but it's gonna be worth it. Oh.
Maybe.
And you'd have King in there too.
Oh,
That would be so cool.
Dude, that would be.
Oh my
so-
god. Okay. So going from Tetris the movie and its budget, let's go on to Dark Souls the board game, which actually reached out onto Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
And its goal, I do believe it was $35,000. It tripled that in 45 minutes.
Nice.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's the stats for it.
Excuse me.
Okay, so Connor's going to look into this right now. I mean, and Dark Souls, which a lot of us know, the logo, we all know the logo, You Died, from, famous words from Dark Souls.
Bullshit.
And just, I'm trying to figure out what the rules of this game would be. I feel you'd roll any number and you die.
Yeah, that's like, or some you roll a 1 and you get punched in the face or something.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it would be like Dungeons and Dragons type feeling. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be kind of cool.
Except every number from 1 to 19 is a critical fail.
Yes, 20 is a success.
And not even like a critical success. Just
it's
you
just like
didn't
a
die.
small bit.
You
didn't die. You just got a little better.
Yeah.
And it's just, and Dark Souls has become such a cult classic through, I believe, just because of how difficult it is. I mean, we all know the game as, like, it's basically Ninja Gaiden almost, where it's difficult as hell, everything can kill you. I mean, So, what are your thoughts on these cult classics, kind of advancing towards movies or board games in this case?
I almost, to me, you gotta sort of respect your medium, I guess. You know, if you're just gonna throw your game into a board game or a movie, do it well. Do it well. If you can honestly have a solid idea that you can make it into some other medium, transition it somehow, go ahead. I actually think, I don't know much about the Dark Souls lore. I understand
it's so cool.
Yeah. There's something going on with that, so maybe in the long term there could be a movie. But honestly, I think one of the things with the Dark Souls and Demon Souls is a game that can kick your ass.
Yeah.
It's a hard and challenging game.
Now, I saw you making faces over there. Did you come up with a price on this? What is the final tally, Connor?
I'm gonna have you guess first.
Okay. Oh, we're doing prices.
First, it's in euros, and then I'll tell you the conversion.
Euros. I'm gonna say. Oh, so you want me to guess the conversion?
No. Don't guess the conversion.
Guess the euros.
Guess the actual.
The actual. So euros. I'm gonna say it was about $35,000.
What do you think it is now?
What it is now?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
I'm gonna say 90,000.
Stan?
I think I heard it was over 250,000 or something like that.
Wow, you guys are so far off.
What is it?
3,771,474 euros. In US dollars, that is 4,232,159 dollars and 55 cents.
Holy shit! I think they succeeded.
Yeah.
I think they reached their goal in this.
And there's about 30 plus thousand pledgers, which is people who donated money.
Yeah. Holy shit.
You're laughing all the way to their Cayman Island bank accounts.
I know, right? Oh my god. So I think it's official to say that Dark Souls, the board game,
is happening.
Will happen. I mean, that's
happening.
Holy shit. That is a lot.
That's a lot of money, dude.
That is. Okay, well, off from Dark Souls onto Resident Evil 7 confirmed. The makers of the game are saying that it's going to be going back to their horror roots, which I'm more excited about that than seeing boulder punching in Resident Evil 5, and also seeing Operation Raccoon City, which is the worst game ever made by a human being. Very, very emotional when I talk about it. So, what are your guys' thoughts on a Resident Evil 7? Especially since Resident Evil seems like be pretty big this year right now.
There's one thing I really liked about 6.
Okay.
The story intertwining.
Yes.
That was super cool.
Did enjoy
I liked
that.
it. On the other hand, if you're going back to horror, I'm in.
Oh,
yeah.
Resident Evil personified it.
Yeah,
it was the starter.
I'm excited for it, as I am skeptical because 6 is sketchy, and we don't know about as it's not under the Resident Evil franchise name.
Which one?
I'm talking about Umbrella Corps.
Oh, Umbrella Corps. It is under the Resident Evil name.
Right. It's in the same vicinity, but it's not.
It's
specifically
not Resident Evil.
It's not canon.
It's canon, but it's not canon.
Yeah.
It's Umbrella Corps, but
it's GT.
Yeah.
And hopefully not everybody will hate it. So, if that game succeeds, I foresee Resident Evil 7 extremely well received.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Umbrella Corps sucks. 7 sucks. And by all means, prove me wrong, but cool, yes, skepticism, all
yeah. Stan, your thoughts on Resident Evil 7?
That's, bold words, good, cool that they're gonna try to do it, because, that's the thing, is there really aren't that many, at least, when I was really into it, there really weren't that many, survivor horror, true, survivor horror type games. There's Silent Hill and Resident Evil, and then starting with, to an extent with 4, but they really did, keep it the horror element. It wasn't like you were invincible.
Right.
But really, with Resident Evil 5 was, I think that was really where it became more of an action game. Just another, with everything approaching COD,
Yeah, especially with Chris Redfield punching a boulder onto Wesker, which, it's one of the most criticized things in the Resident Evil franchise. Even, I don't know.
What about Jill Sandwich?
Oh, Jill Sandwich. That's like the greatest thing ever, though.
Okay.
You were almost a Jill Sandwich. That and Master of Unlocking. It's like one of the best stuff. It's the best. I still use that phrase. Like, I look at people like, you're the Master of Unlocking. But, and Resident Evil, I mean, it showed that they can do a good horror element with Revelations. The very first Revelations, which I thought was a great game. It definitely brought a lot of the old nostalgia of playing an old Resident Evil game. Close quarters, and there were actually jump scares, and also the lack of ammo in places, which was really nice to have. Like,
yeah,
it adds that challenge to it.
And you're more relying on strategy than you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I have so much ammo.
And also,
let me shoot this thing.
And also, it had no teaming. You were alone.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
So, like, Resident Evil 5, Operation Raccoon City, and Resident Evil 6, they all had a teammate with you, which kind of took away the element of, oh shit, I need to watch everything I do. It was more, oh, if I run out of ammo, my teammate's got ammo still. That kind of deal. Which is kind of how I feel about the Resident Evil franchise, going back to horror. It's kind of a good thing. Especially if you're on your own.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Now, since we're bringing Resident Evil 7 up, I would like to do the top 2 today. The top 2. Your 2 favorite games with the zombies in it. Ooh, yeah. We are allowing the Call of Duty franchise because of zombie maps. I'll allow it.
Alright.
Might as well. I mean, it definitely makes things easier for you, Connor.
Fuck you.
So, Stan, would you like to start this one off?
Sure. But let's put some, let's establish some technicalities. Would you consider Red from Legend of Zelda?
I would definitely count Red Dead.
Okay, so let's put Zelda on the top. And what about some of the, otherworldly beings of Silent Hill? Is that stretching it?
I consider them more demons. Because Silent Hill's always kind of been associated with purgatory.
Yeah.
So I would call them more demons, or demonic entities.
This is actually putting into light how few games I play with zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope the internet doesn't hate me, but I actually kind of like Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Oh, okay, wow. That's a different one.
Yeah.
Huh. That's definitely not on my top 2. Connor, what is on your top 2 here?
So, I'm going to say my second one first, because my first one will be the easiest choice of my life.
Yeah.
First one I'm going to name off, and you can go fuck yourself if you make fun of me for this. Plants vs. Zombies. I fucking loved that game.
Oh my god, my girlfriend loves
It's
that one.
so much
She's
fun.
addicted.
Second one, Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Oh, not okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. See, I don't even have that one on mine.
Really?
I didn't even think about it. I really didn't. My top 2 is, I'll start with my number 2. Number 2 is Stubbs the Zombie. Stubbs the Zombie, I love that game. It was funny, and the soundtrack was actually really, really good. I enjoyed the modernized versions of 1950 songs. And my number 1 is, Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead, it's just such a great game. It's even better when you add mods to it. However, it kind of takes away from it being a zombie game. I mean, it's not zombies when you have the Ed, Edd n Eddy mod and all the zombies are chickens. I mean, but those are definitely my top 2 zombie games. Right. So put your top 2 zombie games down in the comments below as well. And also tell us what you think of our top 2 lists. And that brings us to our final subject before the showdown, which I'm very much looking forward to the showdown.
I'm very much looking forward to this next topic.
The next topic is Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, because we cannot go through a week without talking about Five Nights at fucking Freddy's. So Five Nights at Freddy's, Scott Cawthon has released yet another picture teasing us at what the next game is going to be about, and talking about, and since Connor was so excited about it, Connor, tell them.
So he released one of the automatrons.
Automatrons.
Automaton. I would accept automaton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very fantasy though, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he released a picture of an animatronic that looked to be a girl.
Yes, and if you don't know about the ongoing bet between me and Connor, Connor believes that the animatronic's name is Tammy from...
Or there's at least one named Tammy.
At least one named Tammy, and I went and told Connor if there is at least one animatronic named Tammy in this game, I will give him $100. On camera, I'll even do it.
Yeah,
just to show that I'm a man of my word on it.
Too.
We shook on it and everything. I think that was the first episode, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
So if Connor is correct, I will give him $100 on Vault X, right on camera, on YouTube, just so you can relive it over and over again, Connor.
Hey Bruce, remember that one time?
Yeah, remember that one time? Tammy? It was Morse code, asshole.
Watch it be Morse code.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I will preach by it. Call it the gospel until I'm proven wrong.
Yes. In our first episode, like I said, we talked about Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, what I would like to, I'd like to ask you now, Stan. Says you saw the picture today.
Yes, I did.
Now, Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott Cawthon had said that, or I believe it. Yeah, Scott Cawthon had said that the fourth one was going to be the last Five Nights at Freddy's, and the caption on this is Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Do you believe that this is a new franchise in itself, or is it just another part of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise?
Actually, I'm gonna. I don't really play Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not really up to date on some of the. So Five Nights 4 is out already, right?
Oh, it's out, and yeah.
Okay, so I'm not really sure because he might be doing some sort of like in the continuing in the same storyline, no longer dealing explicitly with Five Nights at Freddy's, but the greater story of maybe I understand. I really was actually sort of up to date on what was going on until Five Nights 2. So maybe involving this murderer that's
the purple guy.
Something. I know there's something involving murder. And then of course there's the fact I'm pretty sure this guy is making relative bank. I don't know if he's like, Scrooge McDuck with the
money bags.
The money bags that swimming in the gold coins, but not to detract from his skill as a game maker, but these are relatively simple games.
Oh yeah. No.
So he might just be like, screw you guys, I'm rich, I can do what I want, I can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy's made bank.
Oh yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's has been a cult classic since the very first game, and it even came out with a book. There's a book out. I do not remember what the name of it is, but it is a Five Nights at Freddy's book by Scott Cawthon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, and the game's inspired thousands of fan games such as One Night at Flumpty's, Five Nights at Candy's, Five Nights at the Chum Bucket, Five Nights at the Krusty Krab. I mean, there's a Five Nights for everything right now.
Five Nights in my poon.
I'm afraid of that one. That's kind of all I wanted to say about Five Nights at Freddy's. I just wanted to bring it up, kind of an update.
I want to slap one more thing onto that.
Oh, okay. What would you like to say?
So you mentioned a murderer, Stan. Now, I'm not as caught up as that. I know there's a bear. I know he stuffs you into an animatronic. Suit, thank you. And you die.
Yeah. Oh, so you got like the basic gist.
That's as far as I got.
Oh, okay. Oof. Alright.
2 scared the shit out of me, and 3 and 4 I've never seen.
Three's not that. Three's like super easy.
Oh, 4 I saw. 4 is the...
It's the one in the bedroom.
Yes.
Oh, no, I didn't see... Oh, I did see 4.
Yeah.
That's the one with, like, the rabbit and shit, right?
Yeah, it's like really fucking scary.
Yeah, okay, so I've seen all of them. And the sister location now in... there's always been copycats. So...
Oh, I think I see what you're going
I
to.
think maybe instead of like a branch off of the franchise, I think it's the same thing, just another person's doing it.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Oh, wow.
I got tingles. You know, just
Yeah, I did too. That's
I mean,
really interesting, especially since now you probably don't even know this part, but Five Nights at Freddy's 3 confirms that Purple Guy is dead. He is, or not dead. He is actually trapped in the Springtrap animatronic. So I guess kind of in a state of dead but not dead, like some strange life support.
vegetable.
I guess. I mean, but yeah. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 goes and says this. Now, that's a really awesome theory, though. I really enjoy that thought that maybe it's a copycat killer. That's really awesome.
Can you put $100 on that too?
I'm not gonna put $100 on that. I mean, I might go broke just because of Tammy. But so this is actually gonna bring us to the end of the show, and today we're ending the show with the showdown as always. But today's showdown is a lot different than what we've seen so far, mostly because it's a different subject. So last week we had best sequel to a video game. Stan, what's your favorite sequel to a video game?
Let's see.
And prequels don't count.
Yeah, prequels do not count.
Right off the top of my head, probably one of the Elder Scrolls games, especially, Morrowind. If you've ever...
No, that's the second one to it, right?
well, the second sequel, but the third...
Oh, no, we're looking for like the
Oh.
second game in the series.
Actually, I would still say with Elder Scrolls,
Elder Scrolls.
because
Alright.
Daggerfall really amped up what was going on in Arena, because both games, I don't know if you know, there are a lot of randomly generated content. For one, in Arena, how it worked was you could not travel between areas, like if by foot.
Right.
It was not interconnected. Basically, you would once you left a town, you would go through an endless expanse of randomly generated world. Basically, Daggerfall actually introduced like a whole interconnected world, which was not only that, not only random. It was massive. It was massive. I've heard figures. Technically, if this was a real place, it would be twice the size of England.
Wow.
That was how big it was. Still randomly generated content, but still, it expanded on it so much more. And it was also graphically, the technology behind it too changed vastly, because it's sort of similar what happened with the jump from Wolfenstein 3D to Doom, or probably even better, Doom to Quake.
Right.
Where, because like Doom couldn't do like rooms on top of each other, and Quake could. It's sort of like that. So really, in most way, it was Arena plus something, and it was also where most of the lore we know in Elder Scrolls, even like some of the stuff that was taking place in Skyrim, that lore it had its foundation there. I remember like reading about Skyrim and like, oh, they're talking about the shouts, and it was not something that they just made up for that game.
Right.
It was actually in the
from
lore.
second, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, definitely really good points on that. Why that's a good one. Okay, so today's showdown is a game that is most deserving of a remaster. So pretty much any game that we believe would be the best game to be remastered. So if it came out like tomorrow or something, it would sell like hotcakes, baby.
Buddy.
So, you got a good
win.
one. I'm gonna put you first because your past two defenses haven't been that great.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck
all right.
yourself. I just won.
If you say so, kid.
I fucking won.
Stan, would you like to throw yours out there?
See, I have to agree with him, because the problem is, most of the games I classically would have said needed a remastering are being remastered.
Oh, okay.
You know, I would have probably, like that, would have said Final Fantasy VII. That is happening. So it's
That's
like
true.
they don't need that. And then there was stuff like Banjo-Kazooie. That was
a cool remaster.
like
they did remaster it for the yeah.
Oh.
In fact, actually, a lot of what I would have classically said would be Rareware, and it's really early stuff like back from the '80s when they were still Ultimate Play the Game and US Gold and that whole thing. They've released that on Xbox One as the Rare Replay Collection, I believe. So.
I think so.
I think the only one I can honestly, off the top of my head, would be say needs a remastering is System Shock 1, but that's
yes,
because you just can't get that.
Yeah. Okay. So, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, System Shock. The only one I'm really concerned about is System Shock right now.
What?
The #1 game that should be definitely remastered is Spyro the Dragon, the original Spyro game.
I still win.
No,
Yes.
the reason Spyro, the original Spyro game, needs to be remastered is because Spyro the Skylanders, it's taken away from Spyro. Like, Spyro used to be the main character. Now you have this character, this character, this character.
Now you have Girl Spyro, Frozen Spyro,
yes,
Fire
it's
Spyro.
Oversaturation of characters right now. And I want to bring the original Spyro game back to just throw out there, like, this is why this is a thing. This is why Spyro Skylanders is a thing, is because Spyro the Dragon, such an incredible story. I mean, it had so much, I had a lot of fun in what was pretty much kind of the early stages of an open world. I mean, sure, you had to travel from place to place, like from the Greens to, I cannot remember any of the lands, but
I remember Dreamscape or something.
Dreamscape, yes.
That was that was probably the best one.
So you had to go through all these different places so you could go on and fight the main boss. And it wasn't like bosses every level, it was like one big boss that you had to fight at the very end. And that's what I really liked. And it introduced such characters as Mr. Moneybags and the Egg Thief. Just like classic characters. Yes! So like characters that we all are from, like me and Stan's generation of gaming, like come to know and love. Like, and we think of Spyro, we think of 3 characters: Mr. Moneybags, the Egg Thief, and Spyro. Whereas Skylanders, it's Spyro, this guy,
Girl
this
Spyro,
guy.
Ice Spyro, Fire
It's
Spyro,
all of them.
Yeti Spyro,
And that's why I believe
Tiger Spyro.
That's why I believe Spyro the Dragon should be the best game to remaster right now. And imagine it in HD.
Yeah.
Okay, HD would look fucking
Oh
sick.
my god!
That's true.
Like, just the difference it would have come from. So that is the showdown, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Vault X today. Next week we will not be on. I will be in New Hampshire. So sorry about that.
That's alright.
Oh, okay. So that works.
I'm getting married.
I feel bad. But yes, so this has been Vault X. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button down below. In the comments, tell us the game you want remastered, and also tell us who of us 3 won the showdown. I believe it was not Connor.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
But with that all being said, stay radical, my radicals. See you.